Hi, welcome to another tutorial from Topo. I'm going to show you how you can build heat maps with your data. And when I say heat map, essentially that's just taking a territory boundary and coloring it in the different territories, different colors based off your data sets. So, boy, that was confusing. Anyway, you can see the picture right here. This is essentially what we're trying to build here, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So, first of all, let's go to Topo, topo.ly, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. Once we're in, I'm going to create a new map, and the map I'm going to create to show through this demonstration is actually a disaster recovery map or a risk mitigation map. There's some hurricanes going on in the southeast U.S., and let's say you are Home Depot and you'd like to identify your high-risk areas. You can use heat mapping to do that. So in here, I'm just going to name this map DR map for disaster recovery map. Click next, and I'm going to need to add new location data set. And the locations I'm going to add are the Home Depot locations. I'm going to click up my spreadsheet, and you'll notice that I have essentially the store name, the address, state, zip, and then some other information: phone number, fax number, some division, region, the sales that happen. And you'll notice I just made up these sales numbers. It's only between 5,000 and 10,000. I hope they're doing more than that. So anyway, go ahead and copy that. We'll go back to our application here, paste the data in, and click continue. I paused it to speed it up for you, and it's done now. And now we have our Home Depot locations here. Now if I click finish, we can go ahead and look at our map, and you'll see we have the Home Depot locations in the southeast U.S. If I click on the location, I can see all the information: the division, the region that they're in, and the sales that they have. But this can be a little difficult to. This can be useful to see where the hurricane's coming in and identify it. But let's try to get a little bit more information from this. I'm going to change this to the map view just to simplify it a bit. Make these icons blue. Now let's build our heat map so we can understand what are the areas that are highly densely populated with Home Depot locations. So go back to my layers, and I'm going to add a new territory set. And the territories, I'm going to do this by U.S. counties, okay? And I'm going to name this Home Depot heat map by county. And in the coloring option, I'm going to select the heat map location button. Click next. The data set, I need to tell it what data it should use when it tries to determine the colors it should use for the counties, for each county. So I need to tell it to use Home Depot locations. The type, I want it to be location density. Yeah, go ahead and exclude empty territories. And if you want, you can map by percentile. And so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's create 4 groups of 25%. So this is going to give us 4 colors. And it's going to force rank them. And you can play around with the different options. There's a description there of what that is too. Go ahead and click finish. And this is going to process. And once that's done processing, I have my new territory set here. So let me go ahead and click finish, and it's going to show me some pretty cool things here. Now you'll see if I go ahead and hide all the locations, you'll see that it's essentially colored these locations according to their population density, so you can see exactly where your high-risk locations are. So that if a hurricane were to come, you could know exactly which counties you would need to focus on that may be affected by it. There's one more thing you can do here that I'm going to show you. Let's go ahead and hide that and go back to my layers, add new territory set, do it U.S. county, all states, Home Depot sales. Let's see what is the highest risk, which are the highest risk locations according to not the location density, but the sales, so my total sales. And again, we'll map it by percentile, click finish, and it's going to process. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the first one we did, so we're just looking at the sales one, and click finish. It'll take me back to my map, and it should show me. Now it's a little different. Notice it built the heat map according to the total sales that are in the county from all the locations in the county. So you notice this can change it a little bit if you mostly want to build your disaster recovery around the highest sales impact versus the instead of the highest location impact, then you do a map like this, and you can see this Houston area would be high, Orlando, and again, these are all made up numbers, but you can see the different kind of information that this tells you, so that you can prepare appropriately if there's any kind of disaster on its way. And that's how you do heat mapping using Topo. Hopefully that was helpful. We'll talk to you soon.